Since 2017, I'm doing annual letters that summarize all the things that we did in the previous years and showing what is coming. In this new year for 2023, I'm doing a variation of that. I'm going to do it as a video, and I hope that you have the opportunity to have 5 minutes to watch this annual letter. And the main idea, the main aim of this annual letter is to say thank you to all the people who collaborated with me, with our teams, and try to show what we did and what is coming. I'm working with different teams. My main team is in Czechia, the Kardiovice team. And this year was a very good year in publications, especially in the consolidation of our new stage of the team. And the main star of team was Geraldo Neto, our senior researcher from Brazil, that published led three main papers this year. This is Geraldo.
My name is Geraldo Neto. I'm a senior researcher in Kardiovice.
And where are you from?
I'm from Brazil,
Which part of Brazil?
Rio de Janeiro.
You are from Rio de Janeiro or Rio de Janeiro?
Rio de Janeiro.
And thank you, Geraldo, for being with us. It's really a pleasure to work with you. We have two great rising stars, Monica, our PhD student, and Martina, the coach of the Lifestyle program and the manager of the business model. Monica led her first publication this year. Together they went to present the poster about diabetes prevention in Czechia in the Congress of Vienna. Here we have both, and they had a lot of fun, and you can see it with this short video of Martina after downloading the sombrero.
How do you feel after sombrero? Okay, thank you.
I have to do, additionally to the research achievement of these two ladies, there is an outstanding achievement, which is the creation and the starting the Kardiovice business model, which is the implementation of Lifestyle program that we transculturally adapted to Czechia. 1 year ago, it was very difficult, in a very difficult stage to start this program. There were a lot of barriers, and thanks that these two girls took the program on their shoulders is the possibility that we have today, and availability for the people in Brno if they want to have a preventive program based on evidence in their city. So really thank you both for this great effort. With the research team in Venezuela, we presented the first phase of the intervention of the diabetes prevention program in Venezuela. And this was very exciting results, where we showed which were the barriers for implementing a lifestyle intervention program to prevent type 2 diabetes in Venezuela that was not only suffering the crisis of the humanitarian crisis, but also in the middle of the COVID pandemic. So there were a lot of barriers that the local team faced to implement the program, but we did it successfully. So in this first publication, we show the barriers of implementation in the first stage and the preliminary results in the implementation or delivering liquid diet for the participants. This publication was done thanks to all the support of the Venezuelan team, but with exceptional work of Maria, who is our junior researcher, and she's the PI in my house. And she did an amazing job analyzing the data, helping to write the results, helping to write the draft. Really, Maria, thank you. You are the best doing all this work. Now we have an interesting combination that we are leading projects of diabetes prevention in Venezuela, and we are leading projects of diabetes prevention in Czechia. And now we have the experience of adapting and implementing to an intervention in two completely different cultures And the most beautiful thing is to see how they overlap in most of the cases. 2 years ago, when I proposed the program for prevent diabetes in Czechia, there was a lot of reluctance about it, about how willing is going to be the people to be engaged in a diabetes prevention program that was originally designed in the US. And then after all the adaptation and makeup that we put into the program, keeping the core principles, the people really like it. And then when I commented all the things that we tend to do as Venezuelans there in the groups, people were reluctant that that's not going to happen in Czechia, and it's happening. So I'm extremely fascinated to have this experience to lead and observe two different groups, how they behave so similar in many principles. There are obvious and natural differences, but the core components are there. In July of 22, I had the opportunity to return to Harvard, to the Laune Scholar program in the Harvard School of Public Health by the invitation of Professor Godard, that I really thank you so much, to present the results of the job that we did in Venezuela. And we joined with a lot of friends, of course, my great friend and mentor, Ramfis Nieto. All the achievement in research that I have are thanks to you, Ramfis, so thank you so much. We found our friend Jose Luis there. It was a really pleasure with a long hair. And of course with Dina and Professor with our fascinating meeting. And I really enjoy this, to meet with friends and create new friends. This is the group that I shared of the program of last year. And there is a lot of wonderful people. I had the opportunity to start dancing salsa with Buna, who was learning to know Omari, who is a very exciting person, a very energetic person, to share with Pranav that in this picture we look like two couples. It was really a wonderful moment, and I spent a lot of time too with Vilma and Dr. Rubinstein and the champions of the world right now. You and all the Argentinians, congratulations with them. I spent a wonderful time. It was, they provided an implementation workshop which was extremely good. I learned a lot. I acquired a lot of knowledge and putting that in the projects that we are planning to do. So really thank you so much. It was also there Carolina from Colombia and Jessica from Peru, that because she is really close, she came and spent the Christmas with us. It was a great blessing that you were here. So thank you, Jessica, for sharing with our family. This picture is in Prague with my daughters, my wife, and my mother-in-law. So in my presentation in Harvard, I had the opportunity to present the results of what we did in Venezuela, and with a special emphasis in the difference of the cultural factors. And the key slide was this one: how do you say tree? Do you say tree like this? Do you say tree like this? Do you say tree like this? And I was explaining using the story of the movie of Tarantino, Inglourious Bastard, about how the cultural influence modify the behaviors. It was something that a lot of people liked, especially Dr. Rubinstein. And definitely we plan to continue working with Harvard. In December, I was awarded, and my team was awarded, to continue and evaluate the implementation of a program to increase hypertension control in the Andes of Venezuela during the crisis. Then I had the opportunity to travel again to New York. It was a great meeting. I have to say that this dinner was one of my most important dinners that I had in my life. They gave me a lot of advices about a project that we are moving on. I took all their advice and notes. I'm working on it to improve all the key areas that they recommended. Really, Dr. Mechanic and Mike, I really appreciate all the advice that you gave me. And I really want to try this beer again because it was absolutely amazing. I have to go back soon and really thank you so much for all your support. With them we are working in the metrics group that we have monthly meetings now 2.5 years ago, and we are producing a lot of papers. These are the last 2 publications that we get with the metrics group, and you can see the list of, and there is a rising star in the combination between Kardiovice and metrics, which is Anna Simovianova. Is a medical student from Masaryk University that is involved in both groups, and thanks to metrics she was able to coordinate the data collection to evaluate the mental health of medical students in 4 countries, in Iran, in Kenya, and in Venezuela, and in Czechia. 2,000 students were evaluated, and now she's analyzing the results. Thank you, Anna, and congratulations for that. We are really waiting for these results to see it, because are extremely interesting. After my travel to the US, we were talking a lot about misinformation and the problem of information in public health. So I started to use the platform of Prodi to promote education, health education through social network. Now we have a lot of videos about healthy habits, hypertension control. There are the most successful video until now, with almost 20,000 views, is a video about the effect of stress on blood pressure, and probably the second most popular video is this one, where I clone myself in order to try to explain what is the effect of insulin in the body and why it's important, how this can create insulin resistance. It's only in Spanish, but I really hope that you can share it with other people and help me to grow up this community. I'm very thankful to that this project was supported by Dr. Godard in Harvard, and put it in the Procore letter, where I share and try to inspire other Laon scholars to jump into this adventure of how to educate people. And that's why I'm working now and doing this letter mostly as a video. Well, what is coming for 2023? Well, we have a long list of publications that we are working on, some submitted, other in the last final stages, or other in the idea. So we have enough work for the next 2-3 years to have publications in these different groups. In Kardiovice now is coming a very important part, which is the sustainability of the business model. Last year in 2022 we started the business model is starting to grow up. Now we are training the second coach. We want to finish 23 being a successful self-sustainable program that can help more than 100 people in the city. So we are working hard on that. I'm very thankful for my team in Czechia. That is a wonderful team. It took me more than 2 years to create and consolidate this team properly, but now we are in a perfect shape and a perfect harmony and balance. So it's really worth it to work hard to really have and push to have the best people around you. In Venezuela, we have 2 exciting years in front to implement this program of hypertension control sponsored by Harvard. We have to publish the final results of the implementations that we did last year. So there is a lot of work in between Harvard and Venezuela that we will continue doing. From the personal perspective, I'm enjoying now with this approach to the video things. I'm enjoying now the photography, so I'm taking some photography of the city or other areas that I visit, and I really enjoy to make color grading and so on. It's my current hobby. It's not so good that it's also in the computer or the cell phone, but really keep my mind clear. Above all, I want to thank my family, which has been amazing all the time. Our oldest bird fly away from the nest, and now is together with my another son that my life gave me, Dylan. Thank you so much for being so wonderful with us and with Maria Laura. They are together in Chile, but thanks to the technology, we have them like a hearing home. So we are very happy, and we still have 2 more. So thank you so much. Thank you everything. Thank you for all of you that stay until the end. I really appreciate all your efforts, all your support. I'm really sorry if I miss some person or some points. Thank God there are a lot of people who say thank you. I'm very excited for what is coming. What are we going to do this year? Do you want to do something great? Came with us. Ciao.